Life in the old castle. Happy times them were. The people were all so much friendlier. Oh, and how we feasted. And courted the fair maidens as well. There was work, of course, sharpening our minds. Making us strong. But mainly, I remember it as a happy time. Oh yes, and then there were the neighbors.
Greetings, sire. Your stronghold awaits you.
Welcome to the Stronghold tutorial. The first task is to find a suitable place to build. To scroll around the map, push the mouse. The first thing you need to do in Stronghold is find a suitable place to site your castle. Wood has automatically been transferred from your starting goods into your stockpile. The wood is now... In addition to the Saxon Hall and the stockpile, you should see a campfire. Move the mouse pointer over it. The halo that appears... On the top left of the screen, you can... Left-click on the granary building and move your mouse pointer in the area near the keep. When the granary building appears, left-click to place it. The food in your starting goods will be transferred to the granary. Your peasants now have an... Right-click to exit the build mode. Then left-click on the granary you have just built to bring up the granary panel. Good. This panel lets you see your food details and allows you to make changes to your rationing. On the left-click on the plate with the most food on it to set your rations to double. That's not a valid option at this time. You can't do that at this point in the tutorial. That's not a valid option at this time. Due to your generous rationing, you are now gaining a... You can view the rate of consumption. Next, right-click to leave the granary and left-click on your Saxon Hall to bring up the Keep panel. This panel lets you view your tax details and allows you to change your tax rate. That's not a valid option at this time. You can't do that at this point in the tutorial. That's not a valid option at this time. You can't do that at this point in the tutorial. That's not a valid option at this time. You can't do that at this point in the tutorial. That's not a valid option at this time. You You can't do that at this point in the tutorial. That's not a valid option at this time. You can't do that at this point in the tutorial. That's not a valid option at this time. That's not a valid option at this time. You can't do that at this point in the tutorial. You can set your taxes to anything from a generous bribe. Left-click on the right arrow until taxes are set to mean. You will now have a little gold. Good! The scribe shows your... The reports panel is now visible. Left. Here you see the effects of your actions on castle popularity for the coming month. Making changes to your tax rate and rations level will now be set to the... Now you have a grasp of how to place... Running along... Move your mouse pointer over these. Left-click on the Industry Building category. Hammer. Click on the Woodcutter's Hut in the Building Selection scroll and build 4 Woodcutter's Huts close to the trees. Finally, right-click to stop building. Good! Now you see that 4 of the peasants around your campfire have turned into woodcutters and are working. Now you need to start increasing your food stocks. Left-click on your granary again. You can't do that at this point in the tutorial. That's not... The amount of food you have left is shown in absolute units and also monthly supply. Right-click to exit the granary screen. You can't do that at this point in the tutorial. Left-click on the farm building category. Apple. Now place 4 hunter posts and the remaining peasants will become hunters. Good. When the hunters have prepared the bottom, click on the Town Buildings category, House, and build a hovel. Your available... Now you will learn to rotate the map. Move the mouse pointer into the middle of the screen, then press and hold the right mouse button. The camera interface icons will appear. Move the mouse pointer upwards onto the rotate icon. That's not a valid option at this time. To zoom out, press the right button again and move the mouse pointer to the right over the zoom icon. To go full screen, press and hold the right mouse button and move the mouse pointer to the left over the full screen icon and release. To go back to normal mode, repeat the process. press and hold the right mouse. This time, move the mouse pointer down onto the flatten icon. This will pull down tall objects such as mountains and walls. Congratulations!